हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਕਲਾਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਫਾਈਲਮ Planthelminthes ਅਤੇ ਫਾਈਲਮ Aschelminthes ਔਰ nematoda ਤੇ ਚਰਚਾ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। Let us start with phylum Planthelminthes. A Greek word platy stands for flat and helminthes stands for worms. So Planthelminthes ਤੋਂ ਭਾਵ ਹੈ flat worms. ਸਾਰੇ ਫਲੈਟਵਰਮਸ ਨੂੰ Planthelminthes ਦੇ ਫਾਈਲਮ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਸਟੱਡੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਰੀਰ ਚਪਟਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਲਈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਚਪਟੇ ਕਿਰਮ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ। Planthelminthes is an ancient phylum, but practically nothing is known of their evolutionary history because they have very soft bodies which were not preserved well as fossils. However, scientists believe that the first turbellarians evolved around 550 million years ago. There are about 20,000 species of Planthelminthes and most of them are parasitic. Planthelminthes are worms with a dorso-ventrally flattened body which makes them look like a ribbon or a leaf. This is why they are commonly given names such as tapeworm, flatworm, and fluke. These organisms live a parasitic life and have well-developed suckers, hooks, and other structures that help them to attach to their host body. It is their adaptation that has made them adjust as parasites. Their digestive system is underdeveloped, but their reproductive system is well developed. Their sense organs are also underdeveloped, and parasites are usually pale colored. Students, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੀ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਐਨੀਮਲ ਕਿੰਗਡਮ ਨੂੰ ਫਾਈਲਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੰਡਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ। ਐਨੀਮਲ ਕਿੰਗਡਮ ਵਿੱਚ 11 ਫਾਈਲਾ ਹਨ, ਜੋ ਐਨੀਮਲਸ ਦੇ ਸਟਰਕਚਰਸ ਅਤੇ ਫਾਰਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਆਧਾਰ ਤੇ ਆਧਾਰਿਤ ਹਨ। In spite of differences in structure and form of different animals, their fundamental features are common to various individuals in relation to the arrangement of cells, body symmetry, nature of Phylum, patterns of digestive, circulatory, or reproductive systems. These features are generally used as the basis of animal classification. First of all, let us briefly discuss the classification of the animal kingdom.
The kingdom Animalia is divided into 11 phyla. Each phylum contains organisms that have characters in common. These are from Porifera to Chordata. The animal kingdom is divided into phyla on the basis of different features such as levels of organization, symmetry, and body cavity or coelom. On the basis of cellular level of organization, kingdom Animalia can be divided into phylum Porifera, that includes sponges, that are organisms where cells are loosely arranged as aggregates, that is, they exhibit cellular level of organization. The members of this phylum are generally asymmetrical. If we consider tissue level of organization and animals having radial symmetry, kingdom Animalia has two phyla, Coelenterata and Ctenophora. These phyla include animals with radial symmetry and tissue level of organization. Organs are a still higher level of organization and exhibited by members of Planthelminthes and other higher phyla. Planthelminthes commonly known as flatworms, are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and acoelomates with organ level of organization. Aschelminthes, commonly called roundworms, have organ system level of body organization. They are also bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and pseudocoelomates. The remaining 6 phyla, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata, are all coelomates having bilateral symmetry and organ system level of body. Today, we will focus on the phyla Planthelminthes and Aschelminthes.
Students, Planthelminthes include soft-bodied, worm-like animals with dorso-ventrally flattened bodies. Animals of this phylum exhibit several distinct characteristics that represent structural advances over the other lower phyla. Now we will discuss all these features in detail.
Characteristic features of phylum Planthelminthes. The flatworms are mostly endoparasites, for example, liver fluke, living inside animals and causes a disease known as liver rot. Others are free-living, for example, planaria. They exhibit bilateral symmetry, means these organisms can be divided into 2 equal halves that are mirror images of each other. Body is dorso-ventrally compressed. Digestive system is incomplete. There is only a single opening of the alimentary canal, which is the mouth. Anus is absent. They are acoelomates, means body cavity is absent. Space between body wall and alimentary canal is filled with mesenchyme, as you can see here in the section of planaria. No skeletal, circulatory, or respiratory systems are present. Respiration is by simple diffusion. Excretion occurs with the help of specialized cells called flame cells or solenocytes. Excretion in flatworm has been shown here. Here you can see how nitrogenous waste is removed by flame cells in flatworms. Reproduction is usually by sexual methods. Most of the flatworms are capable of some form of asexual reproduction and can reproduce by fission. Regeneration is well marked in some flatworms, like in planaria. Most flatworms are hermaphrodite. However, they often pair with other individuals to exchange gametes.
ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਫਲੈਟਵਰਮਸ ਆਪਣੇ ਲਾਈਫਸਟਾਈਲ ਪੱਖੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਡਾਈਵਰਸ ਹਨ। ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਦਾ ਖਾਸ ਅਤੇ ਇੰਟਰਸਟਿੰਗ ਜੀਵਨ ਜਿਉਣ ਦਾ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। The common examples of this phylum are planaria, that is Digestia, and liver fluke, that is Fasciola. Liver fluke is an endoparasite, means which lives inside a host body. The other common organism of this phylum is Taenia solium, that is tapeworm. It is a parasite of the human gut. Taenia solium cause dioecious in humans. Now let us discuss a common example of this phylum, that is Taenia solium, which is tapeworm.
Taenia solium that is, tapeworm. Taenia solium is also called the poke tapeworm. Taenia solium is found worldwide. Taenia has a flat, cream-colored, ribbon-like body, as shown here in the visual. The body has two ends, anterior end and posterior end. The tapeworm is made up of a chain of segments known as proglottids. The proglottids are of three types. The first segment is called the head or scolex. The scolex or head is globular in shape, about 1 millimeter in diameter, and equipped with rostrum with a double crown of 25 to 50 hooks and 4 suckers. The suckers are devoid of hooks and help the worm to anchor to the host's intestinal wall. In the middle of the chain, there are sexually functional mature proglottids. Mature proglottids are square in shape and located in the mid part of the body and have 150 to 200 testes, a centrally straight uterus, 3 lobes of ovary, and a genital pore as shown here in the visual. At the end of the chain, there are mere sacs of eggs called gravid proglottids.
Students, इस phylum ਦਾ एक ਹੋਰ common organism Fasciola hepatica है. Fasciola hepatica, also known as the common liver fluke or sheep liver fluke, is a parasitic flatworm which infects the liver of various mammals, including humans. The disease caused by this fluke is called fasciculiasis. Fasciola hepatica is distributed worldwide and causes great economic losses in sheep and cattle. So students, phylum Planthelminthes बारे बहुत कुछ सीख लिया है. चलो हुन phylum Aschelminthes और nematoda बारे जानते हाँ. Phylum Aschelminthes ਨੂੰ nematoda ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਮੈਂਬਰਸ ਨੂੰ nematodes ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ. Roundworms ਇਸ phylum ਦੇ members ਹਨ. In 1919, Cobb named the study of nematodes as nematology and therefore wished to rename nematodes as nematas. While nematodes are generally accepted as being a phylum, debate is still ongoing concerning their relationship to other animals grouped together on the basis of their body cavity. The word nematoda comes from the Greek word nematos, meaning thread, and eidos, meaning form. So, we can say that nematodes are organisms with thread-like appearance. The nematodes are also known as roundworms. These animals have cylindrical bodies tapering at both ends. Their size ranges from a few millimeters to a meter in length. They live in diverse habitats. This is a very large and heterogeneous group of animals. Nematodes are the most numerous multicellular animals on earth. A handful of agricultural soil may contain thousands of the microscopic nematodes. Many nematodes are found as parasites in insects, plants, and animals. There are nearly 20,000 described species classified in this phylum. Roundworms ਦੀਆਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ species free living ਹਨ ਜੋ dead plant ਅਤੇ animal matter ਨੂੰ consume ਕਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ help ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ. बहुत सारे parasitic roundworms human diseases including trichinosis, hookworm disease ਅਤੇ elephantiasis cause ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ. Students, these nematodes are structurally simple organisms. They have so many characteristic features unique to this phylum. Now we will discuss some of the important features of this phylum.
Characteristic features of phylum Aschelminthes or Nematoda. Many roundworms are parasitic in human beings, animals, and plants. Others are free-living and inhabit freshwater, seawater, and soil. Body is unsegmented, long, cylindrical, and tapering at both ends. Roundworms or nematodes are bilaterally symmetrical. Roundworms or nematodes are triploblastic animals having 3 layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Presence of a false body cavity, that is, pseudocoelom. A true coelom is lacking. Instead, nematodes have a pseudocoel formed directly from the cavity of the blastula. The cavity of the pseudocoel is small, incompletely lined by mesoderm, and is usually filled by a fluid. Hence, nematodes are known as pseudocoelomates. Digestive system is complete with anterior mouth and posterior anus. Respiration takes place by simple diffusion through the body surface. Skeletal and circulatory systems are absent or underdeveloped. Nervous system consists of a nerve ring and longitudinal nerve cords. A simple nervous system consists of a ring of nervous tissue known as circumpharyngeal ring around the pharynx, having dorsal ganglion, ventral ganglion, and lateral ganglions that give rise to dorsal and ventral nerve cords running the length of the body, as you can see here in the visual. Reproduction is by sexual methods only. Most nematodes are dioecious. Sexes are separate with sexual dimorphism. Males are usually shorter than females. In the male, there is a testis, vas deferens, and seminal vesicle. The vas deferens contains the mature sperms, and the testis contain immature sperm cells. In the female, ovary, oviducts, and vulva are present. Large uterus contains the mature eggs. The oviduct contains smaller, immature eggs. Fertilization is internal. Common examples of nematode are Ascaris, lumbricoides, Rhabditis, Dracunculus, guinea worm, Enterobius, pinworm, Encyclostoma, hookworm, Wuchereria, filarial worm, etc.
आओ nematodes ਦੇ important features ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣੀਏ. These roundworms are diverse and found in nearly every ecological niche. There are at least 10,000 known free living species in both aquatic and terrestrial habitats. Some are parasitic forms that are found in various animals, including man. Nematodes, carnivorous, herbivorous ਜਾਂ parasitic ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਨ. After studying the characteristic features, now let us study an important member of this group, that is Ascaris. Ascaris lumbricoides is the member of the Ascaris family responsible for the disease Ascariasis. Ascaris lumbricoides is distributed worldwide but is most prevalent in tropical areas. Let us learn more about Ascaris.
Ascaris lumbricoides. Ascaris lumbricoides is also known as the intestinal roundworm of humans. Ascaris lumbricoides is characterized by its great size. It can reach a length of up to 35 centimeters. Males are 2 to 4 millimeter in diameter and 15 to 25 centimeter long. The posterior end of males is curved ventrally and has a bluntly pointed tail. Females are 3 to 6 millimeter wide and 20 to 40 centimeter long, as shown here in the visual. Ascaris shows marked sexual dimorphism, as the female is larger and the male is smaller. The adults are cylindrical in shape, creamy white to pinkish in color. On the tip of the head, there are present 3 lips, means the mouth is bounded by 3 lips. Just behind the mouth, on the mid-ventral line, is present a single excretory pore, as you can see here in the visual. They have a complete digestive tract with an anteriorly placed mouth, followed by pharynx, intestine, and posteriorly the rectum and anus. Nervous system consists of a nerve ring and longitudinal nerve cords. Nervous system is simple, consisting of a ring of nervous tissue known as circumpharyngeal ring around the pharynx that gives rise to dorsal and ventral nerve cords running along the length of the body, as you can see here in the visual. Reproductive organs are tubular. Male has a single reproductive tubule. The vas deferens contains the mature sperm and the testes contain immature sperm cells. The female has 2 reproductive tubules and comprises the ovary, uteri, oviducts and vulva.
Students, Ascaris lumbricoides is the largest intestinal roundworm and is the most common helminth infection of humans worldwide. ਇਹ ਇਨਫੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਐਸਕੈਰੀਏਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ. So, we have learnt enough about the phyla Planthelminthes and Aschelminthes. And with this, we conclude our today's topic. Let us summarize all that we have learnt so far. Phylum Planthelminthes is the family of flatworms. In Greek, the word platy stands for flat and helminthes stands for worms, hence flatworms. So, Phylum Planthelminthes is the family of flatworms. Their body is dorsoventrally flattened. Phylum Planthelminthes is made up of soft, worm-like animals. These organisms live a parasitic life and have well-developed suckers, hooks, and are well adapted for a parasitic mode of life. Flatworms ज़्यादातर endoparasites ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ. For example, liver fluke cattle ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ liver rot ਨਾਂ ਦੇ disease ਦਾ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ. But some flatworms are free living. For example, Planaria, which inhabits fresh waters. Common animals of this phylum are Taenia solium, that is tapeworm, Fasciola hepatica, the liver fluke, and Digestive. The phylum Aschelminthes is also known as nematoda, and its members are nematodes. The members of this phylum are roundworms. The word nematoda comes from the Greek words nematos meaning thread and eidos means form. That means organisms with thread-like appearance. Nematodes are the most numerous multicellular animals on earth. A handful of soil will contain thousands of the microscopic worms, many of them parasites of insects, plants, or animals. Ascaris lumbricoides is also known as the large intestinal roundworm of humans. It is responsible for the disease Ascariasis. So students, enough for today. Let us quickly check with some short questions what you have grabbed today. The first question is, list 4 characteristic features of phylum Planthelminthes. Answer. The flatworms are mostly parasites, but some are free living, that is, aquatic or terrestrial. Body is dorso-ventrally compressed. Digestive system is incomplete. There is single opening, which is mouth. The flatworms are triploblastic, true multicellular animals. The next question is, name the 3 germ layers present in the members of phylum Planthelminthes. The answer is, the 3 germ layers are outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm, and inner endoderm. The next question is, name the disease caused by Taenia solium. Answer. Taenia solium causes dioecious in humans. My next question is, list 4 characteristic features of phylum Aschelminthes or nematoda. Answer. Roundworms are parasites of human beings, animals, and plants. Others are free living and live in fresh water, sea water, and soil as well. Body is long, unsegmented, cylindrical, and tapering at both ends. Roundworms or nematodes are bilaterally symmetrical. Roundworms are triploblastic. The next question is, why are nematodes known as pseudocoelomates? Answer. In nematodes, a true coelom is lacking and they have a pseudocoel formed directly from the cavity of the blastula. The cavity of the pseudocoel is small, incompletely lined by mesoderm, and is usually filled by a fluid. Hence, nematodes are known as pseudocoelomates. Hope I have made a successful attempt to clear all your concepts regarding phyla Planthelminthes and Aschelminthes or nematoda of animal kingdom, which will help you in fetching good marks in the exam. Thanks for your cooperation and attention. Looking forward to the next class. See you then. Thanks.